We've been going 100 miles an hour on the short highway that's been the 2026 season. Just an inning and a half through, but 9 up, 9 down combined between the two teams as New Contradas digs in to lead things off in the home half of the second as a fastball flies high from Tanner Furch, 1-0.
Fourth year at the program for Contradas. And again, this is a guy coming off a devastating hand injury last year. Curious to see how he looks tonight.
A cold night, like you mentioned. Anything but getting a fastball on your knuckles. As the count 2-0 was Furch unable to locate the slider. Contradas, a patient guy, 30 strikeouts to 28 walks last season. That was the best ratio of any returning Sun Devil. Grounder through the left side, and it's a base hit for Contradas, who will take a big turnaround first and pump the brakes. It's a leadoff single here in the second, and the first base runner in this stadium this season.
Just a veteran piece of hitting there from Contradas, and now he's on first. And the big thing about him was his speed. He went 14 for 15 on stolen bases last year. Are they going to let him run, or is he going to be on any sort of leash a little bit, knowing the injury history? Again, first game of the season, so you really just don't know at this point, but we'll see.
He'd be testing the arm of Brody Sexton behind the dish if he does choose to run. Contradas off first as Dominic Smaldino digs in. There goes Contradas on the first pitch, and it's a yank slider, the perfect pitch to run on, and there's a runner in scoring position.
They say, AJ, how does that taste? And he says, it's tasting good. I'll tell you that.
Sexton unable to really corral the throw, but Contradas had a great jump. But now a runner in scoring position for Smaldino. Slider comes inside, 1-1.
Contradas might just be the electric plug, or you know what? He might be the electric factory of this lineup right here. Getting on base, again, pitcher's duel, setting the tone. He's the guy to get on base first. It makes sense, given the veteran presence he is.
Contradas not as much the boomstick in the lineup that most teams traditionally would put in the cleanup spot. But he gets on base and he sets up the bottom of the lineup. That ball flew off the bat of Smaldino, but way to the wrong side down the first base line, and he's down to 2 strikes.
Another thing, too, about Contradas is making that move over to second base. Maybe that would, flunk in with his head, but he looks A-okay to me.
A ball and 2 strikes to Smaldino. Furch on the mound, Contradas on second with nobody gone in the home half of the second. Now there's one, a backwards K on Dominic Smaldino. A well-placed breaking pitch on the outside third. And the second strikeout of the day for Tanner Furch.
And Furch has been just as locked in as Carlone on the other side. This is going to be one of those nights where every little hit, every walk, every runner on base is going to matter.
Every stolen base matters just that
Indeed.
little bit more. Garrett Michelle, another newcomer to this Arizona State program. He's the designated hitter tonight, and he's dug in. Fastball way high and way outside to open things off. One gone here in the home half of the second. We're scoreless. The only base runner we've had today is standing on second. And that's New Contradas. A ball and no strikes to Michelle. Standing in. Furch deals. Michelle rips one foul down the first base line.
My question for Arizona State tonight, which of these guys in the back end of this lineup are going to step up? We talked about it on the Omaha side, but I think it's more prevalent on the Arizona State side. Which of the 6 through 9 who steps up? That could be the difference in tonight's contest.
Michelle, a Virginia Tech transfer. The Stanley, North Carolina native, so on the opposite coast. Donning the white pinstripes tonight. 1-1 pitch. Good fastball at the knees for strike 2.
Talk about the newcomers coming over from Virginia Tech, trying to make that presence in the lineup. Opening night, getting the start. It means something when he's out here.
Started in 51 games his freshman season, but didn't play much in 24 or 25. Limited with injuries. 2-strike pitch, high and outside, 2-2. Talked about the depth that this Arizona State team has. They've got 3 or 4 bats sitting in the dugout right now that could be in the starting lineup. Michelle got the nod to start things off. There goes Contradas from second to third. Swing and a miss, throw down to third, it gets away. Contradas, now he'll get up and run. Heading the 90 feet, it's 1-0 Devils.
I tell you what, Judson, Contradas, that's his nickname from now on for me, the Electric Factory, because that's what he is. He creates chaos out there on the diamond, and again, what poised to be a pitcher's duel tonight in these conditions, Contradas, huge for Arizona State to get on the board first and keep these fans in this game.
Who else in this Arizona State lineup could score from second on a strikeout? There, we're tied up at 8 as the fingertips is the call for ASU. Miller over to Covell, quickly to Parrott. She lobs it over, picked up by Barbero. They're ready this time. Bauer on the pipe set. Good luck. (9-8) BYU leads. Do not get in the way of that Suley Davis kill. 9 serving 8 BYU with their first lead of set number 3. Parrott gives it right back. She's strong. 9-9 goes the score now.
Yeah, it was a 6-2 start for ASU. Now it's 9-9. BYU has started a rally in this stretch, but ASU trying to say no, 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 and go back to doing what they do best.
And there's a mistake by Estella Zadiska in her first appearance on this one. Makes a mistake on the serve, and it's 10-9 Cougars. The home team leads. Claire Little Chambers will head to the service line. Leads the team in aces coming into this matchup. Won't get one there. Quick 1-2-3 for ASU. Gets it back to Bauer. She goes far side to Davis. Out the back. No. Faith Frame and the Devils keep it up. Parrott will serve it back over. One hit. Bauer over to the far side. Davis off fingertips. 11-9. BYU has stormed back and taken a 2-point lead.
It's a 9-3 run for this Cougars team. They have taken the energy in this building, and they've helped push back.
2 points the lead as Little Chambers stays on the service line. She'll give one to ASU into the wrong side of the net. Devils into double digits. 11-10 the advantage for the home team.
And the Sun Devils going with another change on service. They've had a lot of different players sub in, but for this one, Mila Ribeiro has been one of their best. Picked up an ace to start this set.
She opened things up strong. This one put in play. And rejected by ASU. It's Miller and Lamagora who say no to Brielle Kemavor. And we're re-tied up at 11 with a brand new third set. It'll stay Ribeiro on the back line. You mentioned her run to open the set. Now trying to give ASU the lead. Put in play. Bauer will go all the way over to Suley Davis, who tries to poke it over. Joust at the net. Lamagora catches it. But the stoppage in play puts BYU up a point.
And the immediate laughter of a moment when you've done something wrong, but there was nothing you could do from Lamagora. This is a fun game. That's what volleyball's for. Even when you make a mistake, to be able to laugh it off and push forward is an awesome thing to see.
Uave in the white jersey, now on the back line for BYU. Frame to Covell, tipped over by Miller, and we're retied at 12. A fantastic shot by ASU's West Virginia transfer, who's in her second year as a Devil. 12-12, tied up here in set number 3. We're tied up on sets. Arizona State won the first, BYU the second. Bauer goes far side. Davis gets fingertips, but ASU keeps it alive. Free ball for the Cougars. Bauer, back set, pipe set, but into the nets. Claire Little Chambers flexes her muscles a little too hard, and ASU re-grabs the lead.
I don't think you can understate how impressive a save that was from ASU. Ribeiro in the back line, able to get one hand on it, and a diving effort from Covell to just get it over. Impressive from the Sun Devils.
Now it's Jillian Neal to serve. Bauer over to Davis. She tips it over. ASU's ready this time. Covell, 5 set behind her, but Noemi Glover goes into the wrong side of that, and we're retied at 13. Neither of these teams star opposites have been strong today, with Little Chambers and Glover both struggling. Second down and 2 with 6:51 here in this ball game. Standing behind Jeff Sims is Kanye Udo. Jordan Tyson out to the left side. An extra tight end buffed on the right side. Looks like Shimon Mateer. 2 wide receivers on the right side. From the left hash, we're at the 19-yard line for Sims. Now Udo moves to the right hip. Sims in for Levitt, who's missing today's game, will take it up the middle. He's got a first down, still pushing. Gets a gain of about 3 as he's wrapped up by a bevy of red shirts at the 16-yard line.
It kind of looked like, for Sims, that could have been a read option, and instead it was Udo who ran off. It turned into what looked like for Sims, that was an option, into a QB power. Still pushes his head about to where the original line of scrimmage was, maybe a couple extra.
Raleek Brown, who's back in the game, and Jeff Sims have an equal number of carries in this ball game. 1st and 10 from the center of the field at the 16. Brown gets it, evades a tackle in the backfield, scampers towards the sideline and gets out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So turns nothing into something. Looks like he might have been dead to rights. He finds 5 before going out. It's 2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line. The Devils knocking on the door.
Yes, Sun Devils, we don't really talk about how good their run attack has been. Came into the day 3rd in the Big 12, and they're adding to it here today.
Brown still off the left hip of Sims, who goes with a hard count, trips on the left side tight. Sims goes for the end zone fade to Tyson. Did he catch that? No. It rumbles out of bounds. Looks like he tried to go up with one hand to make a spectacular catch, but with 5:32 left in the 3rd quarter, we've got a 3rd and 5 from the 11-yard line.
That's twice now for Tyson this season, who could have made incredible one-handed catches that he just can't get his hand placement on. That one was probably the toughest of the 2, and it now brings up another crucial 3rd down for Arizona State.
3rd and 5 from the left hash. They're 11 yards from the end zone that they haven't found today. Trips on the right side, although Mateer moves to the left to make it an ace formation. That's 2 wide receivers on each side. Raleek Brown off the left hip of Jeff Sims. The short side is the strong side. Sims drops back to pass, looks over the middle. Tyson with the catch, and he will fall forward, but it's not enough. Just off the right hash, and it's going to be 4th and 1 from the 7, and you have to think the Devils are looking for 7 on this possession. And the only substitution they make is Cameron Harpool, who comes into the game for Jalen Moss.
Elijah Davis with an incredible tackle there, but he has now come off the field for this 4th down and short.
4th and 1 from the right hash. Sims is under center. The man 5 yards behind him, 7 yards behind him is Raleek Brown. 4th and 1 from the 6. 4:51 in the 3rd quarter. Sims under center, and a man moved early. It's going to be 5 yards against Arizona State. Quickly running in from the right sideline. Could maybe change this call. They're having a big conference. Both teams pointing towards the other.
It was a major jump for Arizona State.
Game. Defense, number 95. Half the distance to the goal. Correction. That 5-yard penalty will be enough for a 1st down.
Has not muted his mic yet, but that's a Leaky Vamahi who gets called for the delay of game. We'll talk about that in a moment. Sims still under center on now 1st and goal from the 3. Man in motion, Sims gives it to him. Tyson looking for the edge, fighting, touchdown Devils for the first time tonight, and who else?